All right, I'm live. I honestly don't expect anyone to be watching this right now. It's the middle of the day. There's I don't know. It's like 2 days before Christmas, and it's the middle of the day. But I wanted to open up my figures, and I wanted to do it on a live stream last night. But instead of doing a live stream last night, I decided to watch Spider-Man instead. Oh, what's up, Eli? How you doing, buddy? All right, we get some people coming in now. Jonah, what's up? How's it going? Gotta get my hat on straight. Yeah. Anyway, so as I was saying, I don't know who was here for what. I just started talking because I don't awkward silence, even when I'm by myself, is awkward. But I'm going on a trip for Christmas tonight on an airplane. And I don't know. I've always had this weird thing in the back of my head, like, what happens if the airplane crashes and I die? And I've got toys I never opened at home. Anyways, I was gonna open them up last night, but instead of opening them, I went to go see Spider-Man. And Spider-Man was great. No spoilers. Not talking about it at all. Just in case anyone is watching this on the live stream, all 5 of you, or when on the replay, whatever. Not spoiling Spider-Man, but it's real good. It's good, like legit good. That sucks. I hope it's just sinuses, but sinuses during this time of year are definitely a thing. So hope you get better from that. Yeah, Spider-Man was great. Worth seeing it. We saw it like super late at night. It's like 9:30. And the worst part, there was like right at the end, right before the actual movie started, because there's like 40 minutes of ads and trailers, and it's not just trailers, it's like actual ads. I'm like, why are we watching an ad? Like, I want to see a trailer, which is just an ad for a movie, but it's still better than just watching an ad. Anyways, right before the movie started, this group of teenagers comes in, and they were the worst. If I had been sitting closer to them, I would have caused a scene, but I didn't. So anyway, what I do want to do is just real quick. This is not going to be a long stream because I still have to pack and stuff like that. So I'm gonna just open up some toys. That's what I'm gonna do. I've got more toys than this to open up. I'm literally just opening up the toys that I want to play with, or at least kind of get my hands on before I go on a trip and maybe die. I don't know. But I'm just gonna start with what's on top, and that's gonna be the Jetta Stormtrooper here. Let's get it open. I always open these from the bottom, but I want to get my hands on them. I don't know. I might take one with me on the trip just to have something to like mess around with, because we'll be locked. We're not locked, but we're gonna be quarantining at my my brother and sister-in-law's house for the duration of the holidays. Well, at least 2 of them. Hi, Kitten. Hi there. Yeah. All right. There we go. So first, we have his backpack. Look at that. That is a backpack right there. That's for sure. All right. Next, we have the standard this blaster. I don't know what the name of this blaster is. I always forget. I'm sure someone will know off the top of their head. But every time I do a review, I have to look up the names of blasters, unless it's like a DL44 or the E11, whatever. Like I know those, but like whenever it comes to like the random little ones, I know they all have names because it's Star Wars. They all have names. And I know if I don't look it up and say it, someone's going to be like, "Oh, you didn't say the name." So I don't know. So I try to look at the names, but I don't, off the top of my head, don't remember. There we go. This is honestly kind of what I was looking for. This is good. I like this mold. I know a lot of people. I know some people don't. I won't say a lot of people. but I like this mold. This is a good mold. Yeah, I don't know. I might bring him with me just to kind of mess around with him. So we're gonna put the backpack on him because that's the defining feature of the Jetta Stormtrooper is he has this backpack on. Let's see if I can get this around. It's literally just straps, so it's kind of like Bodhi's backpack. There we go. So now he's going camping with his dad. And he does have this antenna. I'm a little worried about this antenna. It's rubbery, which means that if he falls on it, there's a chance that it won't break. But I'm a little worried about it. But there we go. Now he's got a backpack with like a ham radio on the back, basically. All right. And then we'll pop the blaster in his hand. Welcome back, kitten. Let's see. We gotta. There we go. Gotta get the elbow right. Let's see. Let's do it. So he's pointing it up. So that means it's gonna go under, and we gotta cock his wrist up a little bit here. There we go. There we go. That's not so bad. I like that. That's a good looking trooper. That is a good looking trooper. We'll see. I will say she's the whole reason I'm doing this. I'm like, if I'm going to Texas and if my plane crashes or whatever happens in Texas, if I die, I want to have at least messed around with Fennec Shand a little bit. But yeah. Also, hi. That sucks. I got mine from Dorkside Toys. So then the next one on top here is just Boba Fett. So we're gonna mess around with Dad Bob Boba Fett. Before I open them up, I just want to point out the I don't know if you can see it, but the blister, the actual plastic, is worn right here, and that's where his belly touches it. I think that's kind of funny. I might take one with me. Don't know if I'll do any photography. I don't like the weird part about being like a Black Series toy collector. I'm not going to get any Black Series figures for Christmas. I think the last time I got Black Series figures for Christmas was 2015. And I got the TIE Fighter and the Entertainment Earth 4-pack. And that was my man, he comes with a lot of stuff here. He's got this ridiculously long Gallifrey stick. Like that's nuts. The super long rifle here. And then he's also got a little gun. Where's this guy? Should he be deluxe? You know what I'm saying? Should he be deluxe? James, how's it going? Also, Canadian Blu-ray 4K. Hi there. Well, let's go ahead and pull Boba Fett out of this. I am looking forward to getting the Book of Boba Fett. Yes, it sucks that he's deluxe, and he really shouldn't be. Like I'm acknowledging that fact, but at the same time, part of me is like, I don't care. I'm gonna get Boba Fett. I want that Boba Fett. I've wanted that Boba Fett ever since season 2. He appeared in season 2 of The Mandalorian. All right. Getting all of his little accessories out here. Let's take a look at this guy real quick here. This is The Mandalorian. All right. Whoa, don't Don't crash on my account there, Dan. But hi, welcome. Gentugo, yes, I did buy the whole case. I bought the whole case because that was the when it popped up for Dorkside Toys. They were the only people that had it up for pre-order, and it was either pre-order the whole case or don't. So I was like, yeah, I'll pre-order the whole case, even though I don't need Ponda Bamba and Dr. Vazon. It was a small price to pay for me to have the whole thing, if that makes sense. I'm just kind of I was trying to like look and see what he looks like underneath this big ass robe that he's got. It's weird that Boba Fett's got a robe, but Jedi don't. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, he's got this tiny little blaster right there, and there's a holster for it. So that's nice. That's gonna go right in there. There we go. And it fits nicely in the holster, which is good. Kitten, what are you doing? What are you doing with the door? Kitten. Hey. I don't know what you're doing with the door, but that's not a good thing to do with the door, whatever it is. Because it's anything. You shouldn't be doing anything with the door. All right. So we've got this really long blaster rifle. I think I'm going to sling that around his head. Kitten. Hey. What are you doing? Hey, Justin B. And Logan Scott. Welcome, guys. Yeah, Logan, I just assumed a lot of people would be at work. I didn't think anyone would be watching this live. So I decided I would just kind of this is all the time I have today. Usually I would go live later in the evening. Like I said earlier, I planned on going live last night. But instead of going live, I went to go see Spider-Man. Mostly because the theater by our house is brand new. Like it was going to open up right as the pandemic started. And then the pandemic started and it didn't open up. So it opened up. It's like a whole remodel. It's really nice inside. It's a Regal. Anyways, there was nobody in the 9:30 at night showing on a Tuesday night. So I was like, let's go see Spider-Man. Like, let's just go see it. And I'm glad I did. It was really good. That's a great way to work. Honestly, at my job, if I were working, I have the whole week off. I got the week off. I got this week and I got next week off because this is the first year in my adult life that I'm not working retail. There we go. There we got Boba Fett right there. That's pretty badass. I like that. I like that a lot. I don't know. I might bring him with me. I might bring him with me to it. I was gonna bring the Stormtrooper, but I really like that. Anyways. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil Spider-Man for anybody if you haven't been spoiled already. Ivan, hey, I'm glad to be something that you can do, I guess, like watching me. Not me personally. You can't do me, but you can watch me. Jose, that's a great question. I pre-ordered these on Dorkside Toys and they randomly got them in stock and sent them out. All right, let's open up Fennec Shand because that's the one that I really want to open up anyway. So Dorkside Toys sent these out on the 7th, I think. And I was supposed to get it. When was the 7th? Hold on. Let me look at my calendar here because it was so long ago. Yeah, it shipped out Tuesday the 7th. I was supposed to get it that Saturday the 11th, but it got delayed. It was in California, so it wasn't like it was like the storms or whatever. Like that wasn't a thing. But it got delayed. And then it got delayed up until I think Tuesday or Wednesday, the 15th. and then it got delivered to the wrong house. The FedEx guy was just like, you know what? There's some ones and zeros on this house, and there's some ones and zeros on the address, and I'm just gonna go with it. Anyway, so he delivered them to the wrong address. Thankfully, the people in my little complex, I live in a townhouse complex, they're all super cool. Everyone's super nice, except for this last Tuesday night. The people right across from us, it's like a house of kids, or not kids, but like teenagers, or like probably college age kids, I should say. It's funny when you get older, the youngins look younger. But anyway, I remember being this age, but it was Tuesday night, and they were throwing a rager. Like all their windows were open. There were like 30 people in the house. And you know, they've thrown parties before on the weekends, but this is like a Tuesday night. Like my wife still had to go to work. She's still like today is her last day of work for the school year. So like she still had to get up in the morning, and it was like 11:30 at night, and these kids were being obnoxiously loud outside in front of their place smoking, which is there's not a lot of room in between their place and our place. But like yeah, it was real annoying. So we actually had to call the sheriffs. Like I swore I would never be that person, but like I said something and they still didn't change it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna call. I don't want to go out there and be confrontational. I'm just gonna call the sheriffs. But eventually, I guess they stopped. I never followed up with if the sheriffs came over or not because it was late. We were going to bed. Anyways, there we go. That's Fennec. Oh, look at her. That face looked great. It looks so good. They just announced the hot toy of her. I'm not going to get her because I'm not going to get the Boba Fett. But she does look good. Let's see if we can get her little blaster in her hand here. Mark, no. The answer is no. They assume that if you buy a case, that you know what you're buying. So I'm probably going to. I have a bunch of extra figures. This is not the first time that's happened. So I'm probably going to end up either selling the Dr. Evazon and Ponda Bamba or giving them away on my channel. But those are the only two figures that I got that were extra that I needed, or that were just part of the case. But no, if you buy a case, that's it. This blaster is really hard to get in our hand. I'll tell you that. Come on. Trying to like. What are you doing? What are you doing? Come on now. You got to get a thumb around this little hook thing. Nope. That's not how that works. This is a really inconvenient design for a blaster. I'll tell you that. You know what, Jose? I mean, and I've thrown ragers myself. Like I was that 20-something-year-old in a house with other 20-something-year-olds throwing a party, but like we gave them chances, man. Like they were not. And it was a Tuesday night. If it were like a Friday night or a Saturday night, That's one thing, but it's a Tuesday night. Like, come on. It's not like it was like 10:01 and we called them. We called the cops because they were being noisy. Like they were being loud, like very loud, and they were outside their door, like which is right next to ours. So like we could hear everything they were saying without trying. It's not like we're like whispering and like listening at the windows. Like, oh, so close. Come on. How do people get this in her hand? I don't know how to get her blaster in her hand. This is ridiculous. Oh, thanks, J Nams. That's very nice of you. Oh, Darth Rock, Merry Christmas, buddy. Brent, happy holidays. Thanks for hanging out with me. Lowell, hey, how you doing, buddy? All right. This thumb is not going inside this little spot. And I need it to so badly. Oh my goodness. Why am I having trouble with this? This is going to go in the review. Maybe I'll get better at it. But like as of right now, getting her to hold her blaster is a pain in the ass. Her hand is too small and the blaster is too big. I'm like bending her fingers, trying to fit it around the handle here. There we go. Finally. Now let's plug the bandolier back into the bottom. And we'll put there we go. Uh-oh. Come on, bandolier. There we are. That's her with her helmet on and the blaster in her hand. That was real annoying getting the blaster in the hand. I'll say that. Like the way the blaster is molded, there's not a big spot to fit that thumb in. So you have to do some really weird shit with her hand, like spreading it out to get it in there. That's real annoying. I like the helmet, but damn, I don't want to cover that face. That is a good looking face. Jose, that's something that I would have done in the past, but it was already 11:30 at night, and like it's too late for that. I'm too old to do that. So that's definitely not happening. Ivan, great question. Basically what you see down here is, I know it's kind of dark, so it's hard to see. That's my Marvel Legends collection. So I don't have a lot, but it's mostly X-Men. I love the 92 X-Men. I love the Jim Lee X-Men. So pretty much I've got a collection of that. Oh, Keith, dude. Thanks so much. That's so nice of you. Gentugo, I have the same problem, man. I have the exact same problem. I in fact I have the Greedo right up here. I put him on my wall just until I decide what to do with him. He looks good, like side by side comparison with the Greedo I've had since 2014 or whatever, 2013. He looks great. So it's really tough to say whether I might buy an extra one just so I can have one in the package and then one that I can open. So yeah, I get that. Hi, Michael Taylor. First of all, I thought maybe the Hasbro Black Series team maybe comes back next year and does a HasLab Rancor again. I mean, I want them to do that. Like, I want them to do that because I want the HasLab Rancor. But they said, like, this is their words, not mine. That's it. It's a one-time deal. I would love it if they gave it another shot because I do think they bungled it, and giving another shot would be fair. I think they could tweak some stuff, and that would be great. But I just have a feeling it won't happen. They've already sunk a lot of money into it, and sinking more money into it for like ad campaigns and stuff like that. You know, if they do it, I just don't know. But we'll see. Oh, hey Charles, how's it going, man? The Captain Carter and Hydra Stomp. I can't talk. The Captain Carter and Hydra Stomper look great. I almost got those as well, but I'm not. Right now, the only what if figure I have is the zombie Cap. And I like him. If they do more zombies, I might get more zombies because I think that's a fun aesthetic. But yeah, I don't know. Damn, yeah, that's a good. I think that's a good deal. I don't. If it's 190 for both, like you got both of those for 190 bucks, not 190 a piece, I think that's a great deal. I don't collect the role play items, but that's cool for sure. I'm a little surprised, even if it were only like an extra 20 minutes, that if they had fudged that countdown, it would have made it. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really super want to talk about the Rancor. Like, it's done, it's over. If they come back with it, cool. But like, at some point, we have to move on. You know, it didn't pass. I'm bummed about it, but like, that's it. It's there's other stuff to look forward to. There's other stuff to talk about. You know, I've got Fennec Shand. I've got Boba Fett. You know, I'm a happy boy. I've got this Jetta Patrol Stormtrooper that looks great. So you know, I'm gonna focus on the fun things I've got. Speaking of which, let's open up Migs Mayfeld. Now, this is not the Migs Mayfeld I wanted them to make, the Vorak one. I wanted them to do the one from season 1. This is the easier Migs Mayfeld from them to make because they basically already had the figure. Like, I'm not saying I don't want this. I'm glad they did it, but I would have rather have had the season 1 version. That being said, the Believer that this episode's from is one of the better episodes of The Mandalorian, in my opinion. It's a really good, meaningful episode. So here he is. He's basically dressed as a tank driver. The only downside, he's got older engineering. It's not awful engineering, but it is older engineering because the body is just from a different figure. Like, it's already made for the most part. But the big thing here, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. That's real good. That's a good looking figure. I might have to hit this with a little heat. I don't know if I want to put the thing on or off. I'm definitely just gonna hold. I'm gonna put the blaster in its holster. I'm glad the blaster comes with a holster. If I can figure out how it goes in. Yeah, there we go. Most of these Imperial figures like this, like, they don't actually have a holster for their blasters. But it's a good Bill Burr likeness. Like, it looks like Bill Burr, which is good. I mean, It's good. The face sculpt is real good. But you can tell like it's got the older style. Like it doesn't have the double jointed neck down here. He doesn't have the butterfly shoulders. He's got pretty decent movement on his arms, like in terms of how far they bend. But it's definitely it's older styled in terms of how it's constructed. But at the same time, you know, if they do a Mandalorian like this, you know, Din Djarin, I'm getting it. Like, of course I'm getting it. It's kind of fun to have the helmet by itself now, like this too. I like that. I really hope if they do it, they give him a new head sculpt. And if they do give him a new head sculpt, I'll have to buy an extra so they can swap it out with the one that came with that build-up pack, because the build-up pack one is awful. Librarian, no, I'm not going to get the Fennec Shand 1/6 figure. It looks good. She looks great. There's just not. I'm not collecting Book of Boba Fett. Basically, like I just have to draw the line somewhere. I'm not getting the Boba Fett either. I'm not getting anything from that. I might sell my Mandalorian to get the season 2 one with the head sculpt, and then I'm getting the Clone Wars, Darth Maul, and Ahsoka. But once I get those, like that's it. I'm getting Russian spammers. That never happens. Sorry, just even more spammers. I'm popular. Feels good, man. There we go. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll probably have him hold his helmet, Phil. Oh, Sword in the Storm. That final season of Rebels is so good. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's probably how I'll have my Migs displayed like that for sure. All right, who's next? Bib Fortuna. All right, I'm not gonna go longer than pretty much just opening these up. I might open up my Krampus as well, but I know I'm gonna have to heat that up to get the tail in. So I don't know how much I'll do with it. Oh, fancy! He's got some plastic spacers in here. He's got these cups. They're the same cups. I'm not going to pull them out, but they're the same cups that come with the Cantina set. So if you have that Cantina Showdown set, you have these cups already. Yeah, the question for accessories for this guy is like, what do you give the man who has nothing? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what that is. All right. In the movie, he doesn't have any accessories. He doesn't do anything. He's you know he won a Wonga, but that's about it. I know the original toy came a little staff, and he has the staff in that scene from the end of the second season of Mandalorian, where Boba Fett confronts him on Jabba's throne. But that's about it. Man, okay. I do and don't like this for a couple of reasons. Number one, there really should have been some soft goods on this. Like, he's kind of a brick, and I'm drowning slowly. He's got his fun pointy shoes. I don't know if you can see it down there, but like up his skirt, like he's got legs, but with all the amount of skirt and material there, the legs are kind of useless. Like, he's got articulation, but what's the point? You can't do anything with it because this hard molded plastic is just, it's really hard. It does look like this comes off pretty easily though. There we go. So if you want to take out his like overcoat, you can see his weirdly skinny arms. He does have weirdly skinny arms. Look at those things. Hi, Andy. He's tall. He's real tall. That was like the first thing I noticed. He's like a head above the other figures. He's pretty tall. He also, interesting. I'm gonna have to look and see whose legs he's using, because he has the older knees here, which means that these aren't new legs. They're someone else's legs. So I'm gonna have to go through and see whose legs they are, just for fun. I like to know for fun. That was my thought too. Is we'll probably get a fat Boba Fett at some point. He didn't. That's a good point, Sword and Storm. He's not a figure that is like, he's not an action figure. He's not an action oriented figure. There we go. So you're right. He's not really going to do a lot of posing, but I'd like to do some. I just don't like it when they're super hindered by all the thick, heavy rubber. I think we'll see a re-release of Jabba in 2023. I think that's a pretty likely scenario, since 2023 is the 40-year anniversary for Return of the Jedi. I think we'll definitely be seeing a Jabba the Hutt for sure. Yeah, so Sideways, that's exactly my thoughts, basically. That's 100% my thoughts. His blue doesn't look bad in person. A lot of people are complaining about it. Like, to me, it doesn't really look that bad. But like, this is a full-on duster. Like, look at this thing. I'll get that back on later. I do like his hands. I like that he has these fun gesture hands. Like, they're not the standard like holding something hands. They're gesturing and things like that, like he does in the movie. So I like that a lot. Let's see if I can get this back on. Oh, it looks like the top and the bottom piece come off too. Interesting. It's just so weird. In the same wave, Boba Fett has soft goods. He's got that ridiculous soft goods robe, and Bib Fortuna has got 40 pounds of rubber on him. So it's just very interesting how they decide to do these figures. Like, who's the one in charge? Hey, Bounty Killer Customs, thanks for joining the membership there. But he's a good display piece. I'll give him that. He looks great, especially with the robe on. I think he looks weirdly skinny on top without it, but I think he looks nice and proportional with that on. So I like it. And the head sculpt's nice and the Laku are nice. I was a little worried about them not sitting right on his shoulders and stuff, but no, they look good. They look good. So let's see if I can get him to stand. Oh, there we go. Come on. He's got these weird like elf shoes on, but they're like skinny, I guess. He wants to either lean too far forward or too far back because of the ratchets on his foot, and that's annoying. Come on. This is real. Getting him to stand is super annoying. Got to find that sweet spot on his ankle ratchets. That, with the robes being so big, it's like hard to see his feet. There we go. He's good now. He has dance's feet. All right, I'm gonna put that back up there for a bit. And then the last one here is, of course, Princess Leia Organa, Yavin 4. One of the nicer looks she had. One of the classier looks she had. I don't know what else. She only comes with the medal. I don't know what else she could have come with. Like, even the original Power of the Force figure that I had, the Power of the Force 2 one, she just came with the medal. That's it. She comes with a medal to give, I guess, Han or Chewbacca, or whatever, someone. All right, gotta get. Ooh, so flowy. There we go. I always feel weird looking up their skirts, but I need to see what their leg articulation is like. I'm not. I feel like I'm a weird perv, but at the same time, like I kind of want to know like what I'm dealing with, so I know how to stand and pose them. She's mostly, I guess, from the waist down, a reuse from the other Leia, which is fine. Her face sculpt is fantastic. Come on. There we go. That's definitely Carrie Fisher for sure. Entrophonics, you got me. The Laku do not. His head. His head does move. Yes, his head will move with the Laku around him. Like they've got some give to him, and they don't hinder the head movement. Of course, now I've picked him up and ruined him standing. I'm just gonna lay him down. All right. Oh, Dagupa, how's it going? Phil just found Casca Reeves, awesome, and Q90 in the wild last Saturday. That's awesome. And yeah. I mean, you can't tell me you guys don't look at. I look at the butts for every figure. You know, you gotta like this is part of the sculpt. I want to know. It's not a sexual thing. There we go. Now she's holding that little medal there, and she looks good. So she's got the soft goods too. Like these would not work as molded plastic. It would look awful. I'm not a huge fan of her feet. Like these shoes look, I don't want to say they look bad, but I don't think they look good. Yeah, kinda. It kind of does look like her right ankle is a little broken because of the paint. Also, it feels like her hips are too wide, like they come out too far. I don't know. That could be it. Hey, what's up, Michael? How you doing? It has been a while. The last time we talked was on Twitch a long time ago. Okay. And that's all I'm opening from this wave. I'm not opening up the Dr. Evazon and Ponda Baba because I don't need to. I've already got them out. I will review them. So my plan, just so everyone watching knows, my plan is to review these figures. Now I recently reviewed the Bodhi Rook. If you want to see my thoughts on Bodhi Rook, go check that out. But I'm planning on reviewing pretty much all of these figures. With the Jetta Stormtrooper, I'm actually going to turn it into an excuse to review every Stormtrooper made with this mold. So that's going to be fun. Yeah, it's true. The I don't know why it shouldn't be, but it is tricky. All right. Yeah, General Dodonna. I think, you know, in the expanded universe books, there was like a big deal made about how he was captured, I think shortly after A New Hope, and that's why you never see him after that. But not killed, just like captured. And I don't remember if they ever resolved that in the books. I don't know if they ever found him or if he did die. But I remember there was a couple books where it's like, oh, we have to go rescue Jan Dodonna or whatever. And then I couldn't tell you if anything came of that. All right. So that's it for Black Series. I have a bunch of other stuff. I've got some turtles, the NECA Turtle 2-packs. I've got a bunch of Transformers. I've got a Power Rangers that I haven't opened, but I'm gonna pop this open real quick here. Just because I wanted to open it up before Christmas, and I'm leaving tonight, and I won't be back until after Christmas. So I do have a couple videos scheduled. Of course, I've got the rest of the last Advent calendar day. It'll go up tomorrow. There's also tomorrow night. There's going to be a special video for Christmas Eve that I recorded. So that'll be a lot of fun. But this is kind of cool. This is a magnet, and it magnets onto the box. But it also kind of doubles as a little display piece. So that's cool. Yes, Dan, I watched the video on their thing, so I'm well aware of the Krampus butthole problem. But thank you. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. It could be that, but it's been so long since I've read them, and I've also only read the first 5. I read the first 4 Rogue Squadron books, and then after that, it turns to Wraith Squadron. And I read and the also changed authors from Michael Stackpole to Aaron Elston. And I read the first one of those, and it was fine. I just sort of, it was at the time where I just sort of got out of reading Star Wars books. I don't know. I went from reading every Star Wars book to no Star Wars books, mostly because I kind of realized that most of the Star Wars books are dumb. This is Mythic Legions, just so everyone I saw. Hold on. Keith, I'm going to Texas. So sorry, not East Coast. There we go. Yeah, Lowell, this is not NECA, it's Mythic Legions. This was on a special flash sale one day. It was $50. And it was like, if you got it, cool. If you didn't, that's it. But they were super strict about how many you could order per household. And I think it was like 1 per household. Come on, why? What the heck? You're gonna camera. There we go. What the hell? All right. Yeah, Keith, I don't want to. I loved the books. At one point, I absolutely loved the books. I read every book because, well, at the time, that was the only way we got new Star Wars, you know. And up until we got to the prequels, I was reading it, and then when the prequels came out, I actually realized that the prequels themselves had already started, like, what's the right word here? Not debunking, but invalidating, I guess, maybe the some of the stories that we read, like especially the one that everyone loves, the original Thrawn trilogy by Zahn. Those are great stories, and they're largely responsible for so many people reviving Star Wars in the mid-90s. If it weren't for those books, it wouldn't be as popular. We might not have ever gotten, the Star Wars movies. But Zahn got pretty much everything about clones and the Clone Wars wrong. And that was actually kind of a big part of that book. So once I kind of realized that, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to read any more books. Like, until they can figure out, the book situation on how canon the books are, I think I'm just going to leave it. All right. So we got some extra hands here, which is fun. Got a straight up a rope. Thank you, retconning. That's the word I'm looking for. And I gotta ban this other Russian. I'm guessing maybe it's not Russian, maybe it's just random letters. But same, Lowell. I absolutely agree that it's great that they're cherry picking a lot of, because there was good stuff in Legends. 100%. I won't. There's Jingle Bells. I won't ever say there was not good stuff there, but there was also a lot of really bad stuff. There was one book. Well, first of all, 2 authors that they leaned really hard on in the early expanded universe. Kevin J. Anderson, I think, is probably one of the worst authors I've ever read. I know people love his books, especially like the Jedi Academy trilogy, which I think is a terrible, terrible series of books. But people love his books. He wrote a book called Darksaber, and that book was it was awful. The whole book, the New Republic learns that the Hutts got a hold of the Death Star plans, and they're making themselves a Death Star. The Hutts are going to have their own Death Star, and the Republic, they're trying to stop it, and they're trying They're trying to find information on it to know how they can beat it. Crix Nadine dies, sacrificing himself to get the plans and things like that. And then they failed. The Hutts got it together and they went to go fire it. And it turns out they just were really bad at making it. They made it super cheap and it blew up. It blew itself up. Like the whole book is pointless. Like if they hadn't done anything, it would have blown itself up anyway. Like that's a bad book. That's a bad story. Barbara Hambly, all of her books are terrible. Apparently people love her stories. Like outside Star Wars, apparently she's done some great novels. I haven't read any of them. I've only read her Star Wars stories and they're terrible. He comes with this basket here. Sorry, I know I'm jumping back and forth. I think that's what the rope is for. I think the basket opens. Yes. Oh, look at this. There's more stuff in here. Oh, there's a skull in here. That's fun. Oh, there's 2 skulls in here. And a little belt, a little ammo, like a belt thing. And we have some hands. These like skeleton hands in here. So we got some goodies in our little Krampus sack. So what's funny about this figure? Oh, the Star Wars Ronin, the visions are great. I want more of that. Yes, Karen Travis wrote some fantastic books. 100% agree with that. Her books are great, and the game they made based on them also great. I agree. I think they could fix a lot of the Thrawn trilogy storyline and adapt it into Karen. No, adapt into canon. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, I don't want to say I don't like the Heir to the Empire books, the original Thrawn books. I just don't think they're as good as everyone. Like, I think people like them too much, and I think they have a lot of problems that people don't acknowledge. But like, if you like them, by no means am I saying don't like them. You like what you like. I'm not a huge fan of them. Although I do like a lot of characters that he introduced in them. I like Thrawn. I like the Talon card and his ship the Wild card, you know. So I like a lot of those. I like the concepts, but there were also a lot of really bad things in there. I've heard the newer Thrawn trilogy is really good. The newer Thrawn books that he's writing that are in canon. Anyways, so this is the Krampus here. I gotta heat this up and heat this up to stick the tail in. He comes with the sticks to beat the naughty children. But yeah, he's grotesque. They made this in secret, which is pretty cool. Like no one really knew anything about it before it popped up on a super secret sale. And I really hope they kind of keep this tradition going. Like this is the first one that I know of that they did like this. Next year it'd be really cool to get like some kind of cool Mythic Legions, like armored up Santa Claus or like some kind of abominable snowman. Like I feel like they could do a whole series of these figures. The Krampus is really, really good. Like super, super good. I'm happy to have him in my collection. Mythic Legions. This is my Mythic Legions shelf right here. Again, it's really dark, so it's hard to see. But I've got a ton now. I didn't start that way, but I'm really enjoying them. Despite the fact that pretty much every part on this is a reuse. The chest, the hands, maybe not the hands, but the chest, the arms, the body, the legs, all of these have been used before. The head and this little tuft right here is new, but everything is just a repaint of stuff they've already made because they make these modular. They make them to be modular. Like you could take them apart and change them around with different hands and body parts that they come with, and that's pretty cool. But I don't know, it doesn't bug me that they are all parts reuse and repaints, because they look really good. Like they look really good, and it gives them a nice sense of like cohesion. Damn, so many of these, like I've never had this many problems with spam. That's fun. I'm not getting the cool sex bot spam, so that kind of sucks. I think that Clone Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi might be one of my favorite figures of the year. It's a really, really good figure. There was some Facebook post I was seeing on some Black Series community where they were arguing over whether or not the other Clone Wars, the general Obi-Wan Clone Wars figure, was better. And like, how can anyone like that figure? It's just not a good figure. But this new one is fantastic. Kinda, except for I like the sequels. At least I like The Last Jedi. I know it's not a popular opinion, but The Last Jedi is my second favorite Star Wars movie, and that's a hill I will die on. But yeah, I'm not gonna mess around with this too much. It's probably gonna. Oop! I just knocked something off. There it is. That was his hand. All right. I want to take a look at the skull here. Yeah, this skull is even like this skull is just a head. Literally, I can pop this head onto any of my other Mythic Legions figures over there and give them a skull head if I want to. So that's kind of cool. Just to kind of put it, it's a skull for his naughty children sack, I guess. This one actually has a jaw that opens and closes. That's kind of cool. See you, Keith. Thanks for hanging out. Vincent, nice to have a friend to die on that hill with. Is it deluxe priced? I think it's just GameStop priced. I don't think it's deluxe priced. I'm going to take a look at it right now. I mean, I pre-ordered it. Yeah. The boss is not, he's not deluxe priced. He's GameStop priced. That's how all of the Gaming Greats figures are priced. Yeah, Gaming Greats is exclusive to GameStop. Yeah, pretty much all the newer Gaming Greats figures have had their prices increase. Yeah, it's the GameStop tax. That's a great way to put it, Gintugo. Daywings, how's it going? Woo. Sorry, getting a phone call from my sister-in-law because I think she's trying to buy bread. The Umbara clone. It's actually, so it's not Umbara. It's Umbra. Umbara is a planet from the Clone Wars cartoon. Umbra is just the point of light on the moon. The Umbra. So it's not the same thing. But it looks good. I've definitely got one on pre-order. Sword in the Storm, yes, there is a difference between the two Canon Jarrus releases. The newer one and the newer packaging has much better face, like way better face. So if you have the choice, get the new one because it's better. But the rest of the figure is the same accessories, like all that stuff. All right. Well, I think I've got some stuff to do. So I'm gonna have to cut this short. I know I've got a lot of people watching, and I've only been going for an hour, but I've still got a lot of stuff to do before I pack up and head out today. But I want to say Merry Christmas to everybody, and thanks for hanging out with me while I opened up my Black Series wave. It was cool to get my hand on these. It's also cool to get my hands on the Krampus finally. If you're curious, Krampus was cool. I think my favorite of the figures I just opened up, the Jetta Stormtrooper and the Boba Fett, are really great. The Fennec Shand, also great, but with a but. The blaster, super hard to get into her hand. Like, I had a really hard time. But I hope everyone has a really great time, really great holiday. Let's see what else. Yeah, I'm going to be, when I come back, I'll start recording or writing reviews for these figures. So I'm definitely going to do them. If you haven't watched my review on what's his face that I just did, Bodhi Rook, please watch it. Like, no one's watched it. It's got like 1,000 views or whatever, but still, it feels like nobody's watched it. Not compared to my other ones. So, like, watch it. Why not? I worked really hard on it. I'm really proud of it. Anyways, if you're watching, thank you so much for watching with me. I'm very happy, Gahubri J, to be with you while you tidy up the room. That's what I do too. Whenever I'm working on tidying up the room, I'll put YouTube on or a live stream, and just, it feels like you have company. So I'm really glad that to have this time with you. Oh, I gotta ban that last streamer, the last commenter right there. Hold on, real quick. Where'd it go? Where'd you go? Boom. I'm going to get all these. I'm going to get all of them. Anyways, thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys later. But also look forward to at least 2 more videos coming out this week. And that's it. Bye.